Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Chef, episode 10. So, as promised, in between last episode and this one, I made some adjustments to our menu. So let's take a look. So as you can see, almost all of our dishes, or at least food dishes, are back up to 5 chef's hats. With 2 exceptions, the Boyd Burger, which I will get to in a minute, and the Cameron's Thanksgiving Special. Now, in order to accomplish this, I essentially went into and edited every single recipe in our repertoire, and updated them with the higher quality ingredients as you know, because they don't automatically upgrade. You have to go and modify the recipe to upgrade them. And also to facilitate that, we also had about 10 ingredient points before, so I have since spent them. I upped my garlic to 2 stars, because we use garlic in a lot of different things. I upped my onion to 3 stars, because, I mean, come on, we're an onion restaurant. This is going to be our first 3-star ingredient. I upped bread to 2 stars, both to help out a few of our dishes as well as facilitate the creation of a new one later in this episode. I upped our salmon to 2 stars because that was the most frequently used fish among our fish dishes. We already upgraded cream last episode. What else did I upgrade? Oh yeah, flour to 2 stars because all of our pies use the flour, as well as a few other dishes. I also I was incorrect when I was building Larissa's sweet salad. She had mentioned mustard in her recipe, and I originally said, "Oh no, I don't think there's mustard in the game." I was wrong. There is mustard in the game, so I went ahead and grabbed mustard and added that to her dish. But yeah, that's about it here. We still have 5 chef points to our name, so still plenty of things to create there. But just wanted to give you guys an update. One other update that I did here was that I tweaked the prices. So I made the decision that, okay, maybe it would help me out to lower prices a little bit. But I didn't want to lower it across the board. I didn't want to make everything $8.99. So what I did is I went based on the price of the ingredients. So the stuff that costs a little bit less, you know, basically under $2 and less, is now $8.99 instead of $9.99. Stuff that's in the $2 to $3 range is sticking by the $9.99, and then stuff that was like in the high 3s, maybe the 4s, got $10.99, a little bit more expensive, just to help level things off a little bit. But the overall effect is that while we are still somewhat spooking the blue collars, they are significantly less spooked. However, we are still sufficiently spooking the cheapskates because I don't want them in the restaurant. The other thing I did is I was tinkering around with a couple of the ingredient ratios, and I tweaked one thing to dip just under the healthy level, and apparently we just needed one more dish to trigger the healthy specialization. I believe that was ironically the 2 rings super starter. Now, we also did lose a carb tag, but in the dishes that I'm going to be creating momentarily, I think we'll be getting that carb tag back. So that's what I did off screen. Just figured I'd let everybody know. Now, before we unpause here, let's there's a little bit of maintenance that we need to do here. The Boyd Burger, I'm going to need to sunset this. Only because I have a specific dish that I want to recreate in its place, and we have to be very sparingly used with our meat tags here. So unfortunately, we are going to have to retire this. We are losing another carbs tag, so we're going to need to replace 2 carbs tag dishes. But I think we are going to be doing that in this episode. So we'll get our carbs specialization perk back. Don't you worry. But for now, I'm sorry, Boyd. Now, that being said, Boyd, I'm not wiping Boyd off the menu here. Absolutely not. He is a Name and Game patron. While that wasn't a dish that he specifically requested, he hasn't reached out to me with a specific request. So I'm going to be naming a different dish in his honor. And I realized it was another dish that was sorely lacking for an onion specialized restaurant. And I'm surprised none of you called me out on this. So we're going to go over here to our chef points. We're going to go here to vegetables, and we're going to pick up the fried veggies template. Yes, I know we don't need any more different templates to trigger the bonus, but this makes too much sense for this dish, so I'm picking it up. So there. So we're going to go over here to the recipes. Let's see. Fried veggies. There we go. Let's see if we can get the picture looking somewhat accurate. Yeah, that's good. That's somewhat good. And then sure, why not? All right, so what this is going to be an appetizer. This is Boyd's Big Boomin' Onion. Akin to the blooming onions that you see at some chain restaurants, we are doing a gigantic onion that has been battered, dipped, and deep fat fried as an appetizer. Because I mean, we're an onion restaurant. How can we not have a starter that's a big fried onion? All right, guys. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Hey, here we are, Boyd's Big Boomin' Onion. We have even though the recipe only requires 100 grams, I decided to go with the big onion. 150 grams of 3-star quality onion coated in 100 grams of breadcrumbs. And how do we cook it? Pork lard. Yeah, we don't actually have like the actual meat of pork here. This is I included just a 15 grams of pork, both to strip away the vegetarian and vegan tag, because lard does not actually, because it doesn't technically belong in the meat things. But yeah, these things are deep fat fried in pork fat. And then we have a heat and sweet combo honey orange red wine reduction glaze with chili peppers and thyme and a little bit of salt. So yeah, you got these spicy wings with a spicy sweet dipping sauce for these boomin' onions here. Oh, sounds good to me. And we are, despite it being full of fried goodness, we are barely keeping it under the heavyweight tag, which is good. We also get one of our carbs tags back because of all those breadcrumbs. Excellent. All right, let's put this bad boy back on the menu. And then $1.93. This is an $8.99 dish because it's under $2. So I can offer it up a little bit cheaper. Now we do need to farm up another ingredient point here before we make the other dish that I want to do. And yes, we do still have 4 more chef points here. So a few other things that we'll be doing. But let's let the day play out a little bit. We did have a couple of employees take morale hits. Now this slouched over thing is not the lowest bit of morale that an employee might have. So they're not about to quit. But if they take another morale hit, I think that will cause them to quit. So we just need to be mindful of that. Now we did raise up salaries, so everyone's going to be regenerating their morale a little bit more quickly. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The other thing I needed to do is check out my new advertising. So we need to decide who we want to advertise to here. I think going for more white-collar workers makes the most sense. They are our second most populous group. Besides the family low, but actually of all of these different groups we can pick from, the family low is not one of our options. So I think this makes a lot more sense. I mean, if we can grow the numbers of one of the other groups, it would make sense. But in this case, more white collar workers, please. Oh, one other thing. So there's 2 other aspects to advertising you can do. You can actually spend money to scare away specific groups. So if you don't want specific groups in your restaurant, you can do that. Now, normally I would probably do that with the gourmets, only because they are just they're gonna sit there and drive away. But scaring away gourmet also scares away the food enthusiasts, and I want the food enthusiasts. They are healthy additions here. I don't want to get rid of any of the tourists. I don't want to get rid of I don't want to get rid of any of the lower class people, because it gets rid of the cheapskates, but it also gets rid of the family lows, and that's kind of our thing. We don't want to scare away the families, so none of the customer removal really interests us. The other thing that we can do is we can spend money daily money to gain more influence points. That seems kind of expensive. $1,500 for 3, $1,000 for 2. I'd rather farm up the influence points naturally. Just because, so we got vegetarians there. Vegetarian's still the correct answer here. Because, we got 4,600 vegetarians versus, 6,900 vegetarians. The vegans are the 4,600. 6,900 versus 6,500 of the food enthusiasts. Less on the high budget tourists. We don't want to court gourmets. Vegans are less. So vegetarian still remains the correct answer here. White collar workers absolutely work. Makes the most sense here. And then for flyers is how we can go after our low budget families, because we are absolutely targeting them. I'm guessing each different type not only lets you stack another 5% advertising bonus, but allows you to target different combinations of groups to pick from. All right, I think we're good. So, who's our early morning diners here? Blue-collar workers. Interesting. Well, I did just drop all of my prices, so we are actually a lot more attractive to blue-collar folks. And again, I don't begrudge them too much. I mean, they are going to complain at me every time they eat because, even by their standards, our prices are a bit too high. So even if we don't drive them away completely, they are still going to ding us on the comment cards. But that being said, they are an important addition here when it comes to leveling up, because we haven't gotten a lot of blue collar people in yet, but they are quite numerous. So the more of them show up, the more we can level up our blue collars group here. Because, yes, I know my cheapskates level is going to be frozen in time. We're never cracking 75, but we can farm up a bunch more points from the blue collars. So that's fine by me. And then everyone else is leveling up pretty nicely. You can see the low budget families are rocketing up there. Not quite at the level of where white collars are, but that's okay. And I'm actually kind of glad we blew through the levels of the cheapskates pretty quickly, because now we got what we needed out of the cheapskates. All right, what do you got here? J.C. Reggie's, Cameron's Thanksgiving Special, and the Dark Delicacy Cola. Fair enough. Nice hearty meal. Although they may complain because that's a vegan dish, but they ordered it. We have non-vegan options here, and here comes the lunch rush. I think / hope we have enough going there. We certainly have the seating capacity for it. Like I said, 102 folks here, 102 seats. I don't think we'll ever actually get all 102, because the minute you have a party of 3 that sits in a table of 4, that's one seat that won't be filled. So, don't ever expect to actually fill literally all 102 seats, but still we can get pretty darn full here. I mean, this is just lunch. Damn. Okay. Well, you know what? Everyone took a morale hit yesterday. It might be worth my effort to hire some more folks, because we're certainly making the money. We can support salaries, even at the higher salaries. We can support them. So let's we're going to pay a hiring agency to get a whole crap ton more people. And they start with a lot more skill points too. Yeah, let's see. Geralt. There we go. You start off pretty high. And then you know what we could do another all-rounder with Valerie here for a waitress. That's all I'm going to hire now, but I'm glad to have all these people in our pool because now we can just grab people as needed. Right then, let's do talent points here, both for our new people and for our existing people. So Valerie, you're going to be an all-rounder. This is my new philosophy here. Boom, 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 boom. And then the hardest hitting tasks for 2 are these 3. I just want to keep nudging it upwards until we get to tier 2. There we go. Now, the question becomes, how good is faster than light? I mean, that 25% increased walking speed is pretty darn good. And zipping around the thing, you know what? I think we're gonna go for that, just like straight up. And then for the others, I think I'm gonna focus on the heavy hitting ones. These 3, I've seen, you know, I've looked at the animations, taking orders, delivering the plates, and getting the bill are the 3 most time-consuming tasks base. You know, of all the different activities here. So that I do want to get up a little bit more. And then up here, yeah, even their you know, plus 50 energy if they can get up to the max tier here. So yeah, she's gonna be a superstar. And speaking of superstars, Geralt, we're gonna give you perks across the board here. 2. We're just going to keep giving you 2s until you can get tier 2. There we go. Now, quality dishes. You know, one thing I could do is hyper focus you on something, and then also make sure that you're the one doing those things. Like, what would happen? And also, let me see the merits of these. Yeah, the CrossFit training course is more energy. You might just need more energy, my friend. But, you know, boosting up the quality of things made by the chef might not be a bad thing. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a 3rd point for the main courses. And no, I don't want to, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna begrudge that. That's certainly going to help. What happens if? Well, hang on. Yeah, let's go for energy now. We'll go for quality later. We just need to make sure that you can just stay in the game the whole time. All right, Valerie needs more points. Leandra needs more points. Jennifer. Needs more points. Yeah, you need 2s for all your tier 2 stuff. You need more points. Valerie. Alright, Valerie can start lunging upwards here. 3 points. So I think it might behoove me to specialize my chefs in specific dishes. But not so much with the main courses, because there's going to be way too many main courses. But let's see, what if Valerie became my salad person? Yeah, prep time, cook time, much faster with the salads. So you know what we're going to do? Valerie, you're going to be our salad person. I'm not gonna turn off everyone else's things for salads until I start getting the quality bonuses up with her. But that makes more sense here. Yeah, nope. You need you can do a faster perk. Giacomo can be faster, or actually better yet, since you have 2 points available to you, why don't you do faster getting the bill? Ricardo. Okay, so you're already going up on here. We need 4 points to get another one of these. So, or we can get more energy. Let's give you some more energy. Elena needs more points. Ruby needs... No, Ruby doesn't need more points. Ruby, I might, you know what? I think I might hyper-focus Ruby into appetizers and entrees. And that's something I'm comfortable turning off the other stuff for. And then Mohammed, you're spread across the board. Why don't you do side dishes? But I'm going to keep you spread out here. 3 for the energy for you. Amelia, 3 for the energy for you. Robin needs another point, and then there's me. Alright, I got 4 chef points to my name, and I think it's this time, like, I know I just got a new template, but I think it's time that we focus on leveling up our existing templates. So, one template, we already leveled up salad. We could bump it up another level, because we do have a lot of salads. That might not be a bad idea, because I can also see myself, probably in our next episode, leveling up our, making a few more salads, just to keep things fresh. Or with 4 points, we could level 2 other things to level 2. Like, for example, soup. We have a lot of soups on our menu. That might be a good idea. So yeah, let's do a level 2 soup. And then what else is a fairly common dish? I mean, our carbs dishes are all pretty much used only once each. The meat dishes, once each. Our seafood dishes are, I believe, only once each. Yeah. You have the burgers the burger's not being used at the moment. The burger will be reused shortly. The sandwich is only being used once for the garlic bread. And we're already maxed out on the other one, so, we could actually spend some of the points to improve us as a character. We could give ourselves a little bit more energy. And we can't get into these active skills yet. Yeah, you know what? All right, fine. We're going to give ourselves a little bit more energy for the moment. We'll get more into templates soon, but for now we need a little energy boost. And I will get that burger back on the menu once we get all we really need is 1 ingredient point, because there's 1 key ingredient to this new dish here. Also need to monitor and make sure that we're keeping up here. Yep, two stars there. We might need another grill at some point, because I do know we have a lot of grills here. Fryer, yes. Well, we actually did upgrade to the beefier fryer. Then, how's our steamer keeping up? Because I know we've gotten a few more steamer dishes, but yeah, it seems to be doing well. Alright, so far so good. 9 dishes in prep and more people streaming in. Aha! We got our ingredient point. So, going back to my whole New Jersey roots, I realized something I've been doing for my Name and Game patrons. I've been, putting up everybody's favorite dish. For those who decided to comment on my Patreon, which, by the way, if you want to hop into the Name and Game Patreon and request a dish, I'm still recording the series, so feel free to go ahead and do so. I'm happy to add it to the menu. The only thing is we got to be sparing with the meat tag, so this is why I took the Boyd burger out, because my particular favorite dish, which I realize I haven't weighed in on, I haven't opened up and let you guys know my absolute favorite dish, is I'll show you. It is a meat tagged dish, and it's going to involve mortadella. Now, not specifically mortadella. The ingredient, the key ingredient, is something that probably most of you have not heard of unless you are in the mid to northern New Jersey area. It's known as Taylor ham. But the closest in-game equivalent to Taylor ham is mortadella. It is not like ham. It is a more processed meat that you can then thinly slice. and it is absolutely delicious. Outside of mid to northern New Jersey, it is also known as pork roll. But yeah, it is absolutely delicious and will be the basis for our new dish. Now, it is not a burger, but we are going to be utilizing the hamburger template. Let me see if I can't get a more appropriate, yes, the egg there. Those look like onions to me. So this is going to be a main course, and this is my absolute favorite breakfast. It is the Taylor ham, egg and cheese on an everything bagel. So yes, this is the bread in this particular recipe is not representative of a hamburger bun. This is a bagel, because the other hill that I am very willing to die on is that the greatest bagels come out of New Jersey. I will fight anyone who wants to debate that point in the comments section. But as a dyed-in-the-wool New Jerseyan, we have the best bagels. And the best bagels are everything bagels, and they make the best sandwiches. Now, we can't do an everything bagel directly, but we can get pretty close. So in this case, the bread, quote unquote, is going to take the role of the bagel. That, and we also need it for our... Oh wait, fish burger? No, we don't need fish burger. Why are you saying fish burger? That's not a fish burger. I don't even have the fish burger unlocked. Did that detail change you into a fish burger? I think I found a bug. Minor bug, though. That's okay. We'll persevere. We'll just keep it like that. Okay, it says fish burger, but it does actually say meat and quality. So minor bug. I'll log this one to the devs after this. But I think we can still make this happen. All right, so 100 grams of a bagel. Now for the bagel, for the everything bagels, we can almost do that. Everything bagels have a smattering of onion, just like dried onion flakes on the around the outside. It also has garlic, absolutely delicious. Now the other two bits and pieces that normally get crusted on, salt, which we'll be adding to the dish. Actually, let's add it right now. Salt. But also sesame seeds and poppy seeds. But we do not have access to sesame and poppy seeds here. So we'll make do with other herbs to take their place. Now for the meat, our aforementioned Taylor ham. Don't let mortadella fool you. That is 100% Taylor ham. And good, it does recognize that. It is also a breakfast sandwich, so we are getting a large egg. Look this up. 50 grams is about the quantity of a single large fried egg. Also a healthy amount of cheese on here. This is not going to be a healthy dish, but it is so good. Also just a light smattering of butter. This is just more this is more like axle grease. This is not, things are not being boiled in butter, but the egg is certainly fried in it. And then the other accoutrement, very important, salt, pepper, and ketchup. Ketchup must be included. And we got ourselves, we're pretty decently close. We do need to amp up the flavor combo bonuses though with a bunch of herbs that normally would not be included in the dish here, but yeah. There we go. So the rest of the everything bagel is being played by a few other herbs here. Just to make sure that at least for in-game purposes we can get that up there. But yes, we've got the carbs tag, we got the meat tag, we got the dairy tag, all very important tags. And yeah, we got the heavyweight tag that this is not a diet dish. But we get it up to an appreciable quality score here. This is the other reason why I 2-starred the bread earlier, because New Jersey bagels are not 1-star bread. Thank you very much. Right then, so let's save that and add it to our menu, and we should get our carbs bonus back here. Yeah, we had a couple of main courses fall by the wayside here in the name of passing that tag back and forth. Okay, we're good. Oh, that actually gave us enough to trigger the dairy specialization. Wow. Okay. So double prizes. Now we are 65% attractive to the families. Ooh boy. And now for this is a $9.99 because it is almost $3, which is fine by me. Okay, well, let's let the rest of the day play out with this new addition to the menu. And see what everybody else is ordering. I can tell you that even though the blue, actually that burger will be perfect. Well, that breakfast sandwich will be perfect for the blue collars. They love that stuff. It is carby, it is meaty, and it does not have enough vegetables on it to qualify for the vegetable tag. Nor is it certainly not any vegetarian either. So actually, the lower class families will love that. Like that right there. That's the other reason I wanted to go for it. Is that is like focused fired. Their perfect thing. Where do we? Where's not the city map stats people? Yeah, low budget families like meat and they like carbs and they don't like vegetarian and vegan dishes. So yeah, this is like meat and carbs, yet please and yes, thank you. Low budget tourists also appreciative of that too. Blue collars, yeah, they like the carbs. They're cool with that. Now let's just see if we can survive. Also, we have a modifier today, overtime. Local workers are working a lot more than usual, meaning that there will be a lot of them eating in restaurants. Hourly workers, you generally think blue collar. I don't know if that actually also applies to white collar workers. They tend to be salaried, but I don't know how the game models that. But that being said, I will not begrudge an influx of blue collar workers, if only because it'll help me farm stuff up. And wow, we're getting close to maxing out, and it's not even prime lunch rush period here. Like, this is nuts. Let me just make sure we're not at over capacity here for our different cookers. The grill, the crispy choice. Well, we got 2 cookers going, so I'm glad we invested in that extra cooker. I may pick up another grill at some point, but I don't want to expand too much because those monthly costs can and will add up for you if you're not too careful. All right, got another ingredient here. Nice lower class family going here. Garlic and onion bread, J.C. Reeves. Sky pie. Yeah, they don't always they don't order a ton, the lower class families, but that's fine. I mean, 3 to 4 ingredients is fine. It's more than the cheapskates order. It's actually about as much as the white collar people tend to order. White collar tend to order a more modest amount, moderate, 3 to 4 ish. I don't think I've ever seen them only order 2 things. I have seen them order 5. Let's see how much this one person orders here. 4. There we go, right on target. Of course, they got the beer, but that's their choice, not mine. Ooh, new influence. We are almost done conquering this district here. And then after that, all we have is 5 more points to put down here, and then we've exhausted all of our low-hanging fruit, and we will we'll get ourselves a bit more here. Let's see here. I do want to be careful of you know what, I think, yeah, I'm going to sort them by energy count here. Valerie and Amelia are getting tired. Our waitstaff is definitely putting in work. Not that our chefs are not also putting in work, but I think we have enough other chefs to sort of share the burden, so they're not getting quite as overwhelmed. I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but they're just being worked really, really hard. But our income, despite our generally overall lowering of prices, our income seems to be doing pretty well. All right, you know what? I'm going to toss in another waiter to help spread the load a little bit. Just because I want to keep on top of that, I don't want to deal with lots and lots of morale losses. Like, we can take the occasional hit, that's okay. But otherwise, I would rather prefer not to. Yeah, 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. And then 1. No, we can do 2 different things here. We can take orders, make you. There we go. Just to help out around the dining room here. Just so, again, we spread the energy uses up and spread them out a little bit. I mean, I can give them manual breaks if they start getting really, really tired. But then that takes a whole person off the floor. And, you know, during crush time, that might not be the best of ideas. I'd rather them have things spread out that they can take little mini breaks as they go. And that would work out a little bit more here. All right. All right, we're keeping up so far. The one number that you're trying to avoid here is these. The customer gone. These are the customers that are seated but eventually nope out without paying. And that's usually if one of your wait staff takes too long to get them, or it takes too long for their food to come out. They just give up and say F it. Decisions available. What new decisions do we have? Further customize our place. Excellent. This gives us new things. I don't think we're going to do too much more customization to our current space, but this current space is not going to be the one we stay in forever. All right then. But we do have more influence. Let's spend that. And we have conquered this residential district. We are now up to 21,700 lower class families. They are very quickly eclipsing all of our other groups, but that's okay. They are absolutely welcome in our homes. And actually, speaking of the lower class family, let's look at the reviews. Prices, yes, 4 out of 5. Before they were hitting us with the 3s on prices. Service was a little slow, though. Service was a bit slow. Yeah, I'm glad I added that extra wait staff. I don't think it's a matter of getting their food cooked quickly enough. We've got plenty of chefs in the kitchen. And yeah, we got a couple of things. Hey, somebody's ordering the Taylor ham and cheese. Good choice. Good choice, my friends. It doesn't matter if it's dinner time. You get yourself a breakfast bagel sandwich and you will be a happy camper the rest of the evening. Trust me. Oh boy, here comes the dinner rush. Here comes the dinner rush. Crime. Yeah, we're gonna be full. We are gonna hit every single table. We are going to be maxed out in just a moment here. And that's, I mean, at that point, I mean, there's nothing more we can do. We literally do not have any more space to cram more tables in here. So we're going to have a few punters. That's just going to be the way it is. Yeah, we can squeeze a few more smaller groups. We just turned over a couple of forfeit tables, so we can get some larger groups seated. 90 out of 102. I hope the fire marshal doesn't mind. 15 dishes being made in... All right, hey, hang on. So now's the real litmus test of do we have enough cooking equipment. 9 out of 10 in this cooker, 8 out of 10 in this cooker. We need bigger cookers. Our fryer is fine. The grill is keeping up. The steamer's fine. The oven is fine. So our cookers are the ones that are being hit the hardest. Did we get a better cooker yet? If not, I mean, because this is high water mark right here. Yeah, 10, 6. Yeah, it's just that we will have access to a much better cooker probably with our next level up here. So I think I'm going to keep them as is, and then get the Big McLarge cooker afterwards to try and handle the load. If we had more grill people, grill demand, I would certainly get another grill going on there. But not a lot of demand for grilled stuff. Granted, we don't have a ton of grilled stuff. Like the breakfast sandwiches on the grill, and we have a few other grilled things, the grilled veggies. But 96 of 102. Nope, we have one table. We have one table that is technically empty, which was probably full just like a minute ago, and is actually about to be full. I had 98 of 102, technically a nice full house. I think this is going to be our screenshot here. For our, we'll take this for our thumbnail, just so I can snap it in place and have that as that, because yeah, that's... Look at this crowd out here. People can't get in. They want to get in. They wants to eat. Layers has made it. But yeah, needless to say, we're going to need a bigger boat, or rather, in this case, a bigger restaurant. Oh, one other thing. So the people who are at the estatic level of thing, they can't get any higher. So I'm actually okay with them taking a morale hit, because that way their higher pay will let them regenerate morale, because they'll be below the max. I just need to police this to make sure like Hannah doesn't slip through the cracks and drop into despair here. But yeah, all right, yeah, we're certainly not hurting for ingredient points. That's for darn sure. The night is still young here, and yeah, we basically we have our pick of whatever groups we want to pull in whenever, because there's always going to be people waiting here. So whatever tables open up. All right, that little lightning bolt says that somebody just dropped out on their thing. Giacomo, we'll preserve your morale, my friend. You can take a break before you roll over, just because you're not at max. I'm okay. Again, I'm okay with Amelia and Robin getting a morale hit, because can't believe this place is what a Margaret. Thank you. Popularity changed by 5. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Who was this? Upper class? Well, of course, to an upper class tourist, this place is a bargain basement thing here. That's okay. Yeah, our waitstaff is... I'm glad we hired that extra waitstaff. Valerie, why don't you take a little breather too? Our chefs seem to be holding up, which is a good thing, because usually it's the chefs that are hit a little bit harder here. Wow, it is 10:30 and it's... Yes, that downward arrow means somebody took a morale hit due to energy, which is fine. Elena, take a break. Giacomo, why don't you come back on here? Our chefs are all handling themselves. Oop, all right, we got more influence here. So let's just whittle away this rest. Now we don't have nearly as many lower class families here, only 6,600, but still it's a good lump of them. So I'll take them. Plus we get a good smattering of vegetarians and vegans and food enthusiasts and, you know, this, that, and the other. So not quite as powerful of a tile, but it's still darn cheap to get the people that are there. But that is the reason why I saved that particular tile for last. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Although, hang on. Lily, take a break. Teresa, take a break. James, oh, nope. Didn't get to James in time. Oh, yes we did. James, take a break. Geralt, take a break. Giacomo, take a break. Ricardo and Hannah. And we've got 8 dishes going. Yeah, why don't you... We gotta preserve some of our stuff here. Leandra, take a break. Hannah, definitely take a break. Yeah, the lightning bolt, I guess, is just the warning. Me, take a break. We need to have enough chefs to finish off, and I do think we have enough working chefs to finish off the last of our stuff here. Oop, we lost somebody. Alright. Hang on, let's pause here. You guys all come back from breaks. We gotta juggle here. Just because I don't want in the 0th hour here, some of our people losing it. Geez, another influence point already. That's crazy. We're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need to move into a bigger restaurant, which is not that's the kind of problem you want to have, but that'll be something we do next episode. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya! Damn, 96 popularity gained and quite a bit of money too. Nice.